Hello Gun Nation, Big Johnson coming at you. All right, this company has been reaching out to me quite a bit over the time and saying, hey, you know what, check out dots. Do you want to check out some dots? You know, da-da-da-da-da. Y'all all know I'm a big dot fan. Been shooting dots for quite a while. And the company is Cyelee, C-Y-E-L-E-E. I'm probably butchering the name. But anyway, they said, hey, would you like a Cat Pro? And I said, sure, you can send it in. This does fit the RMSC footprint, so I do have a few guns that fit that. I'll be testing these out. However, I said, rather than sending me one, why don't you send me two, and that way I can torture test and beat the shit out of one of them and see how it holds up. And they were like, okay. So anyway, this is kind of the introduction video. I just wanted to show y'all these. You might have already seen them. This is the Cat Pro. Fully submersible, rainproof, screw torque, maximum 15 inch-pounds, you know. Of course, we all know where it's made. It's not made in the US. But, you know, open it up. It's got all kinds of little stuff in here. You know, get your little cleaning cloth, little sticker. Y'all know how I feel about stickers. I despise them. All right, here's your dot. So, and a little plastic zipper bag. And let's see what else is in here. It does come with a silica pack, comes with an extra battery, a couple little torque wrenches. Comes with some screws, I believe. Yep, multiple screws. That's always good to have all of these different screws, because sometimes when you buy dots, you don't get enough screws. They kind of screw you, ha. But, you know, here's the dot. So it does have the little positive, you know, clicking. I mean, they're very tactile. Golly, that dot is bright. Hang on. Let's crank this thing down. All right, let's see if you can see this little booger. Yep, there it is right there. I mean, looking through it, I mean, I do have a dual stigmatism, and it's actually pretty crisp. Let me turn it up just a little bit so I can see if it's going to bloom on me. No, still hasn't bloomed, because most dots bloom pretty quickly with me. Now it's starting to bloom a little bit. Not bad, but you can see I've got it cranked up. I've got the intensity cranked up pretty well. And, you know, wiggling it like this, sometimes what you can do is you can take a dot and you can just wiggle it. It's going to be hard to do this on camera, but you can just wiggle them, and you can check for transitions to see if you're going to get a lot of flicker. And I was doing that, and it hasn't actually completely blinked out. No, I'm getting a good line, solid line. I'm not getting flickering, so that's a good sign, because that's the way I can check them. You know, when I'm doing this right here, see if I'm getting a steady. On camera, I can see the blank lines. In real life, when I'm flickering it, I'm getting a pretty damn solid line. So it looks like the refresh is not too bad. It does have a little, you know, like a co-witness kind of, you know, sight built in it. You know, how well that's going to work, I don't know. It's not very deep, actually. But it does kind of have an SRO type look. You can see it. It's kind of, you know, kind of rounded. It does have a nice shroud on the top. Kind of like these little lines. And it just says Cat Pro right here. Over on this side, you've got your battery tray, and it does have the small battery, like which we're, you know, all around or all aware of. Does have the little clicker here. Let's see if it feels tactile at all. Let me get their little tool, because you gotta jam a tool in there to adjust it. Let's see if I get a click, 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 or if it's just kind of like a dead turn. I'm used to the very tactile clicks. That's what I prefer. So let's see what this one does. I haven't tried it. Y'all are seeing it just like I'm doing it. So let's put this little sucker in there and see if it's tactile. No, I don't feel any click, click, clicks. No, I don't feel any click, 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 you know. I just feel kind of a turn. No tactile clicks. They do have like little markings on here. They're kind of small, but I don't feel any click, click, click. So that's a big, you know, knock for me. I do prefer the tactile click, but you know, it is what it is. This price point on this, I think, is like 179 bucks. You know, the Hollow Suns are definitely tactile. I ran Hollow Suns forever. Even the 507K and the 407K have tactile clicks, but I don't feel any tactile clicks on this. However, you know, could be that's just the way that it is, and we'll see when we go to adjust it in. Your bottom here looks, you know, fairly good, and it's saying, you know, it's water submersible, like you can completely dip it in water. You know, we'll test it and see how that goes. Front glass looks pretty good, you know, as far as the glue that holds it in. I don't see any big distortions and stuff like I have from Hollow Sun. Let's see how the dot, yep, it's still there. But we're going to be testing it and running it a bit, seeing what we think about it. So stay tuned on that. This is just the first looks, and I do have 2 of them. So we'll be running them and seeing how they do. But I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know if you have any experience with any of the Cyelee, Cyelees. Let me know if you have any experience with them and if they're good dots or not. You know, I'd love to know your opinions. But this is my first test with them, so we'll see how they do. Hopefully they hold up, and I can give a good report, but it's going to be honest, as you know. So I appreciate y'all so much. Remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.